We have got a full schedule tonight, guys. Most of our breaks don't take very long, but we're going to take a look at what we do have. What you see there is basically the order we're going to break in as well. It's the order that they ended on eBay, and I most often will break in that exact same order, and that's what we're going to do tonight. You will see on there, if you're not familiar with the way I do things, anytime we have completely free shipping for a bidder, those items go out once every 5 days on average. And sometimes they'll go out sooner. That's why it says plus or minus a day. And of course, if you have a package going out sooner already for something else, then it would hitch a ride. But that kind of gives you an idea on average. Also, you will notice that it says there what happens when you don't have a hit. Because some of these products, of course, they don't have even 32 cards in them. So not every team is going to get a hit. So that's a brief explanation of how it works if you don't get a hit. The full details, of course, are in the auction description. So if you haven't read that, please take a moment and do so. So that's what we're looking at for tonight. Very briefly, let's take a look at what we've got coming up this week. I often am asked when the back half of something's going to break, or when something else is coming and that sort of thing. So here's a quick look at what I have listed on eBay currently. You can always find that stuff by just going to my eBay user ID and clicking see sellers other auctions or something like that. So there is that. And then that's going to bring us right up to our first break here. And that happens to be a one-box break of 2013 Panini Black Football. And this is break number 16. So it's the 16th time we've broken it. It's been a little while since we've done it, but we're getting back in the swing of our one-box breaks again. So plenty more to come. Of course, it ended tonight, the 17th, and breaking tonight as well. So just scrolling down through here, give you a chance to remind yourself, refresh your memory as to what teams you have. And keep in mind, guys, there are some unpaid teams tonight still on a couple of these breaks. So if you have not yet made your payment, please take care of that. Before we get to one or two things, I will stop and make sure. And if I haven't heard anything and payment hasn't come in, we might end up having to sell those in chat. You notice there that the camera went out of focus. That was on purpose. That's because I don't like all that autofocus stuff, and I like to be able to look at our cards up nice and close. So I take it off of autofocus so we can get a better look at what's in here. Scott, this is your first ever break. Hey, that's awesome, man. What are you in this one, 2013 Black, or are you in one of the other ones tonight? And Jacob, oh, this is your first break too. All right, cool. So we have got a couple of new folks joining us. And Jay Labritz, hello, how are you? It has been a while since I've seen you. And hi, Jay, J-A-Y-J. Yeah, right. That's right. You're asking, are there any teams and other breaks that no one bid on? No, actually, everything I think got bids. There are some that haven't yet been paid, but everything's sold. And Emerald City Riz, hi, how are you? It's your first break with me too. Cool. All right, guys. Well, let's hope we find some good stuff for you tonight. We're starting out here. This is one of the metal cards. It looks kind of weird on the camera because it's still covered in plastic, and I'm going to leave it that way. This is Keenan Allen for the Chargers. Next up, we have a little Matt Stafford materials hit for the Lions. That is numbered to 299. Tell you what, let's do this and get our base cards out of the way first. Terrell Suggs to 399 for the Ravens. That definitely has a big ding down here in the lower left corner. A little bit of chipping in the upper left as well, but of course you saw on that lower left was the worst of the two. Brandon Flowers to 399 for the Kansas City Chiefs. For the Jets to 399, D. Milliner. Then we have to 399 Jamar Taylor for the Dolphins. I see a little bit chipping through here, mostly on that bottom edge. I mean, in general, guys, you probably know most of our thicker cards have little areas of imperfections, but still I point it out when I notice it. That is Jamal Charles to 399 for the Chiefs. 249 Antonio Gates for the Chargers. Iron Man. I think of him as an Iron Man anyway. He's been playing forever. Terrence Williams to 299 for the Cowboys. On-card auto and piece of fabric there. Chipping kind of all down this left side. You can particularly notice it down there in the lower left, a little bit in the lower right. Kind of up, really both of them on the outer edges there on both sides with some chipping on that one. Gavin Escobar, Cowboys with back-to-back hits. This is also on-card auto. That's a nice patch, and it is number 210. Once again, chipping, you can see mostly bottom corners right and left. A little Nick Casa to 199 for the Raiders. That one is a sticker auto. Coming up, this looks like a nice one. Yeah, how about it? This is numbered to 5, sticker auto, Joe freaking Montana for the 49ers. That is a hit, kids. That's nice. A little bit of chipping again, you can see on the bottom edges there. But how sweet is that, 49ers, to pull yourself a Joe Montana auto numbered to 5 and probably with a buy-in of less than $5. Not going to hit that all day. That is nice. All right, then we have a little Stevie Johnson to 99 for the Buffalo Bills. Nice big piece of fabric there for the Bills. A couple of things here, guys. If you want a one-touch, a magnetic case for anything you hit tonight, doesn't have to be that break, any of the breaks we do tonight, shoot me a message on eBay and let me know. I'm always happy to accommodate that. It is typically $3 a case unless it is a weird size. That covers my cost for the case and the PayPal fees to receive it. So once again, this is our metal card for the Chargers. Keenan Allen, I'm leaving the plastic on it. That's why it looks dull and weird. And then we'll just quickly flip everything else here front and back to do our recap. That is just, that. You know what? I think this is probably the best hit we've gotten out of 2013 Black. I mean, we've had some nice Le'Veon Bells and some nice other stuff, but to pull Joe Montana to 5 out of there, I mean, that's nice. Nick Casa for the Raiders. Once again, keeping in mind that each one of these things has varying degrees of chipping and wear along your corners and edges right out of the pack. That last one was Gavin Escobar. This one is Terrence Williams. They are both the Dallas Cowboys. And then Matt Stafford for the Lions wraps up that box of 2013 Black. And I've got a lot more of 2013 Black around here, hanging around. I just have to get off my rear end and get it listed. Yeah, that's what I got to do. All right, so let's take a look here. Someone's asking our break order, so let's put this back up again. This is the order we're breaking in, guys. So that was 2013 Black. That's going to be followed by Origins, then Black Gold, then Gold Standard, and then Contenders. So all of those one box breaks are pretty quick, but, you know, there you go. And Steven is asking, why would they sticker auto a black auto on a Joe Montana? I know, that's so weird. I don't know why they did either, but they did. So, yeah, craziness. But hey, the person who hit it is probably still really psyched to have it, I'm guessing. They probably don't care that it's a sticker. They're just happy to have it. At least I would be if it were my team. This brings us to one box of 2017 Panini Origins Football. This is break number 12. They haven't all been one box breaks, but that's what we're down to now. I don't have any more case quantity on hand. This, of course, ended tonight as well. All this stuff is going to be an end date of the 17th and a live stream date of the 17th. I just put that on there really as some redundancy in case I make a typo on one thing. I'm not likely to make a typo on both things, so then we can always keep track of it, in other words. So, Jay, you are asking me the size of the Panini Black cards. I'm assuming you mean the point size. That's an excellent question. I haven't broken it in a couple of months, and I would have to think about it. Just looking at it, I'm going to say probably it'll go in a 120 or a 130, something like that. And give me 1 second, guys. We had some outstanding teams on Origins that I want to check on. So give me a hot second. Let me see where we are with those. Okay, thank you for that. I had to wander back into my office for a minute. The Panthers, the Texans, and the Jags, of course, three of our premier teams here in this break. The payment has not come in, and I haven't heard from the person. So here's what I'm going to do. I know this puts us slightly out of order. I'm going to set this aside for just a minute. We're going to skip past it for a second, and if that person has not responded after we go ahead and do the black gold, then I'm going to sell that in chat. It will take me a second because I will have to go through and cancel the orders for that person and come back and resell them. But one of those teams maybe I'd let go, but not all three of them. I'm not going to leave all three of them unpaid and risk that. So just to give you an idea of where we are, we're going to skip slightly ahead to 2016 Black Gold football instead, and then we're going to roll back to Origins. So sorry about that. I should have checked the bid, the outstanding items first, and I did not. So I apologize. So this is the 2016 Panini Black Gold football break number 22. We are going back to Origins, so disregard that last spreadsheet that you saw. Instead, we're moving ahead to this for the moment. 2016 Black Gold. And you'll notice in there, Dallas Cowboys has second chance designated by it. That is because the person who bid on it was a new user, did not make payment, did not respond to any messages. So that bid was canceled and that spot was resold. I don't really want to have to cancel the spot for the guy on Origins, but I also can't let those three teams ride for that much. Steven, you're asking me how much for all three of those. I will have to look and see what the bid amounts were. You'll have to bear with me. Once we get through this black gold, I will pull that up and I can tell you a little better at that point. I was really hoping that he would just get the payment taken care of because I really don't like doing that. I don't like taking teams out from under somebody because sometimes stuff does just come up. You know, you're held up with something. You don't realize you've won it, whatever. But I have been left holding the bag so many times recently. I've really had to start kind of cracking down on that, particularly on stuff that adds up to high dollar collectively. All of our cards in black gold are numbered, even the base. We're starting off with a little Julian Edelman here. That is number 1 of 25 for the Patriots, who kicked the butt of my Steelers. And next up is one of my Steelers, Terry Bradshaw, to 225. At least we fired Todd Haley today. Thank goodness. Adrian Peterson to 225 for the Vikings. David Johnson to 100 for the Cardinals. For the Browns, a little Corey Coleman. That is numbered to 99, piece of material there. Michael Thomas, been playing well for the Saints. Trio of materials numbered to 99, but you know what? They just give us the same color on all three swatches, and almost every time I pull that mother lode card out of 2016 Black Gold, they do that. It's just one color in every one, which kind of bugs me. Paul Perkins for the Giants. I see a little bit of chipping, bottom edge and top edge as well, actually, and corners. So Oh, good grief. That's an awesome card, too. I flipped that over. I'm not expecting it to be this. That is nice. That is numbered to 5. You got a little piece of the tag there, and of course the nice signature down at the bottom in gold. So real nice little hit for the Giants with the Paul Perkins, despite the fact that you have some chipping and edge and corner issues on the back. The front of it is very nice. Very, very nice. Demarcus Robinson for the Kansas City Chiefs. That is /99. Metallic marks. That's the way this card is designed is my favorite one in black gold. My favorite. Kenyon Drake for the Dolphins. Motherlode trio of materials /249. Brings us to Mr. Drew Brees for the Saints. Of course, I can already see a little bit of chipping and stuff as usual. Predominantly down the left-hand side there on edges and corners. And we have the seal of approval, our little NFL shield in there. That is numbered to 10. So let's recap. We'll start with this one because it's in my hand. Recapping 2016 black gold. Again, we are going to go back to Origins. I'm kind of holding it to the last second here on our one box breaks to give that other bidder an opportunity to pay. And if they still haven't by the time we are wrapping up our one box breaks, then we'll just resell those teams. It's Texans, Panthers, and Jags are the 3 teams that are in question. So may or may not be available. We're going to give the guy, as I said, a couple more minutes here by way of doing our other one box breaks first and then rolling back to that one. So that will mean that we're going to move ahead to the gold standard football. And then right after that, I will check again for the payment in Origins. And if it isn't there, then we'll work out who's going to end up picking that up. So this is going to bring us to one box of 2017 gold standard football. This is break number 21. We broke a lot of this as like half cases and stuff at right when it came out. And then I did some one box breaks towards the end. And apparently I just somehow overlooked this little guy because I found him when I was straightening up some other stuff. I found this one little lonely box here that we're getting ready to open. It's the last one that I have because I didn't know I had it. So there you go. Oh, Scott, yeah, black gold I love black gold. I think it's just a fantastic looking set of cards. I mean, it's hard to go too wrong when you've got that combination of colors and the way the cards are designed. I think it's a very nice looking set too. Oh yeah, and Immaculate, of course. Immaculate's a totally different look, but they have, are we starting out with a 1 of 1? Yeah, we are. But Immaculate, of course, is great for memorabilia. Yes, we are. A little 1 of 1 coming out of this box of gold standard, and that is the kicker for the Colts, Adam Vinatieri, with a nice little 1 of 1 action for the Colts right off the bat. Matt Forte, that is numbered to 79 for the Jets. You know what? Let's save that. You probably already saw it, but we're going to save it anyway. That was our rookie. We're going to save him for last. Well, I mean, there's other rookies, but you know what I mean. Golden rookies /149, Jamal Adams for the Jets. Actually, I need to just get some sleeves out. We'll get some thick ones out. We'll get some regular ones out, and that will make life good. Redfish Ron. I tell you what, we do get on some rolls, don't we? We've had a lot of 1 of 1s in the last few months. We've been doing really pretty well with it. So there again is our Jamal Adams. And coming up behind it, this is a beauty. Yeah, that is a nice patch. You guys know how I love my patches. And that is a piece of the freaking eagle. Oh, yeah. I love that. That is /49, Jordan Matthews for the Eagles. And that patch is a piece of the eagle. I pulled a piece of a dolphin, most of the dolphin once on a different card set, and that thrilled me a lot. If this were the eagle's beak, I would be even more impressed, but I still like it. Still pretty cool. This is Chris Godwin to 199 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And coming up behind that, I see Mr. Derek Carr for the Oakland Raiders. Numbered to 49, I think that says. Sometimes it's hard for me to read those, but I'm pretty sure that said to 49 on Derek. And then here comes our little rookie hit out of this box, and it's for the Bengals. It's Joe Mixon to 75. Sticker auto, couple of pieces of material there, and always nice looking cards in gold standard. I wish we had more of it. I did at one time have a lot more of it, but now I don't. That was the last of it. So we'll recap these hits real quickly here, and then I will take a second to walk into the office and see if that payment has come in for those 3 teams on Origins. If it hasn't, I will be gone more than a second because I will have to cancel that other order and then come back into here and see who wants to pick up those teams. So let's hope the guys paid for it, but I don't know. Usually if they have not paid by the time it starts and you haven't heard from them, it's typically not a good sign. Unless it's somebody, you know, that bids with you often or that has already said, hey, this is what's happening. I'm going to be late or whatever. That's a different story. So while I am walking into the office to do that, we'll at least leave you something fun to... It's not really fun to look at, but we'll at least leave you something to look at, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. That was not, in fact, paid for still. I did go ahead and cancel the orders on eBay. So let's see who wants these teams. Obviously, preference is going to be to somebody who wants all 3 of them. But if we need to do them individually, we can. So Panthers, the last bid amount, or the winning bid but didn't get paid, was $12.50. The Texans was $13.60, and the Jags was $14.60 something. I can't even read my own writing. So basically, you may as well say $12, $13, and $14. Panthers 12, Texans 13, Jags 14. So if anybody wants all 3 of them, somebody up there mentioned earlier that they might want all 3 of them, but who was it? I don't know. Somebody did. Steven, you want all 3 of them? Okay. All right, cool. Steven, can you do me a favor and tell me, can you type in there for me if you don't mind? And if it's a problem, send me an eBay message and I'll just run back into the office and get it. But what email address I can use to send you a PayPal money request for that so that we can get it locked up here and get moving on the rest of this. I'm getting myself logged into PayPal right now, as a matter of fact. Or trying to get myself logged into PayPal, I should say. If I can remember my freaking password, that'd be helpful. Thank you, Stephen, for that. I appreciate it. Give me 1 second while I create this invoice and we'll be good to go. Should not take me but a second. I appreciate everyone's patience with this. As many of you know, often I don't worry about stuff like this. If something's not paid, I just keep on going. But I have recently been stuck with a lot of teams, and I've been stuck with a lot of high dollar stuff. So that's part of my New Year's resolution for 2018 is to try to get stuck with less stuff. So yeah, so sometimes it does briefly slow us down, and I do apologize for that, but I appreciate your patience. I'll give you something else to look at here while I'm getting this finished up on eBay, so you don't just have to look at the same boring thing. I'll let you look at that for a minute. Not that you care to look at that either, but you know what I mean. Let me get this typed in. And while I'm thinking about it, if you're bidding on something with me and you know, or even if you think, hey, I might not see it when it ends, or I might need to pay for it late or whatever, just shoot me a message and let me know. And I'm always okay with that if you just let me know ahead of time. All right, Stephen, this is sent over to you. Please let me know when you see it. Sometimes it does go to spam. So please let me know if you have any problems getting it. And let me adjust our spreadsheet here real quickly before we roll through it so that this will reflect our new bidder. I'm just going to put it in. Yeah, I'm just going to use part of your email address to designate you on here, but this way I can go ahead and put you on the spreadsheet. So I want to get that done. And of course I want to get the other bidders' information removed from there, because there's no need to leave that on there and disparage them, because as I said, they may have had something come up, and I'm sure not an intentional thing. It's just how it goes some days. So this is what we're going to be looking at then for 2017 Origins Football is break number 12. We do have some more loose boxes of this. We will be doing some more one box breaks along the way. And oh, I guess I should have put in there Pig 613. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, I'll do that right now. I just saw you type that in. That's your eBay username, I guess there, right? So I'll just put that in there as well so that we all know what's going on. And as soon as we do this, we'll be rolling right into contenders. And thank you again, everybody, for your patience. Appreciate you. All right, and I think we're all good then to bust into some Origins here finally and see what kind of fabulousness we can find. I hope this is worth your money, Stephen. I'm hoping we pull you something super wonderful out of this. Well, everybody, of course, you know, but, oh, Terry, you were asking, it was, you know what, the guy had bid $12 and like a half or something on the Panthers. It was like 13 and a half, a little over on the Texans, and 14.50 or 60 something on the Jags. So basically, I just kind of, you know, took out the change and rounded it down, in other words, and grouped them together, and that's how we did the price on that one. And yeah, I mean, I gave that guy as much time as I could. I mean, we were 30 minutes into the break, so I did wait on him a while. LaShawn McCoy for the Buffalo Bills, followed by Tyrod Taylor for the Buffalo Bills. So Bills with our first couple of cards here. That is followed up by Golden Tate. It's a $299 for the Detroit Lions. Behind that, looks like we have David Johnson coming out for the Cardinals. That is to what? 150. Just remember, guys, this is another one of our free shipping breaks. This stuff goes out once every 5 days on average, plus or minus a day. Sooner if you have something else already shipping. A little Pirine. That's a nice looking card for the Redskins. It's a little tiny piece of material, which it always bugs me that they give such a small little piece of material sometimes. But it's pretty. Oh gosh, it's a pretty card anyway. Sorry, my little kitten almost came to visit there. Tried to come and visit. There's a little bit of chipping right down there in that lower left corner, and Kitty was wanting to say hello to you guys. Chris Godwin for the Bucks. That's that little stray kitty that is just wreaking havoc here at my house every day. Davis Webb for the Giants. That one is a sticker auto, and of course a piece of fabric on that one as well. So let's recap Origins. The Davis Webb, Chris Godwin on card, the Pirine fabric for the Redskins, and then our numbered cards, Cardinals, David Johnson, and Golden Tate for the Lions. Oh boy, he's quite active over here, this little kitten. He's good grief. I'm gonna have to put him somewhere. I don't know what he's doing. He's going crazy over there. Loads of energy that little kitty has. You know what? Let's not make you dizzy. I'll scroll down and put you back in a second, so you don't have to follow all the scrolling on screen, because that's a drag. This is a little better. This is 6 boxes of 2017 Panini Contenders Football is break number 7. And here's the deal with this case. I mentioned this the other night, I think a couple of you emailed me about it too. This is a new case. When it came in, one side of the case had some outer damage evident. So I got permission from the distributor to open it up to make sure none of the boxes inside were damaged. And what I found out is that 3 of the boxes inside were damaged. So what they did is, of course, the 9 undamaged boxes I kept, obviously. The 3 that had been damaged, they sent me replacement boxes for. So it is a brand new case, but there are 9 boxes that were original to the case. There are 3 boxes that replaced damaged boxes out of here. So I know for most people that makes absolutely no difference whatsoever, but I'm just telling you, that's what the deal is, because I like to be very transparent and all that sort of stuff. And we talked about it a little bit, I think, the other night when we were breaking the other contenders, and I recognize a number of you as being back with me, so you probably already heard that story, but anyway, that's the deal. Normally, I would have just had them switch out for a whole new case, but they didn't have any more sealed cases, so that's why we did the 3-box switch, because I didn't have any other option, really. So you notice that I numbered all 12 boxes there. I just took them out and numbered them on the end. That's because we're going to go over here to random.org and let random.org determine which boxes we open tonight versus which boxes we will open in the next break. So basically, it's, pretty simple. I'm just going to type in 1 through 12. I'll hit random 1 time, and then that will tell us which boxes, which we open tonight. Will be the first 6 that it comes up with, of course. So that is 8, 10, 7, 9, 5, and 3. So 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really? That doesn't seem that random, does it? But I guess it is. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anytime it gives me a bunch in a row, it seems not random to me, even though I know it is random because I just did it, but you know what I'm saying, I think. All right, so there's 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so the last 6 we will open up in the next break. And Panini's deal with this is 5 to 6 autographs per box. That's exactly how they phrase it in their literature, 5 to 6. And sometimes we're going to find Panini Rewards points. If we find any of them tonight, they'll be distributed by way of random at the end of the break. That's what I typically do with those. I know some people sell them, and I've had some people ask me before, you know, hey, you should, not really ask me, but just mention to me that, hey, you should create a separate bidding category for Panini Rewards points because people bid on those things. And, you know, I kind of considered it, but ultimately I think I'm, at least for the time being, I'm going to leave it the way that it is. And that way, if we find them, then somebody who's participated in that break will still go home with them. Daniel Kelly, are you in this break? Ooh, I don't know, man. I cannot put the spreadsheet back up because we have cards out on the table. I don't like to take the camera off the cards once they're out. But remind me again, what's your user ID? I can pull it up and just look myself. I forgot what your user ID is, Daniel. But if you tell me, I will look and give you a heads up. Or I can put the spreadsheet up after we do this box and before I take packs out of the second box. All right, Kelly Dan. Let me see here. I can see part of the spreadsheet from here, and then I'll have to scroll down to see from there. Let me see here. Yeah, it looks like you have the Seahawks in here, right? Yeah, I think this is you with the Seahawks. Except it ends in D-A-N-I-E. Is that you? Kelly Danny, D-A-N-I-E? I think that's you. And if so, you have the Seahawks. How are things there in Hawaii, Mr. Kelly? Warm, I bet. It's 12 degrees here. It was earlier. It's probably lower than that now. So I am vastly envious of you there in Hawaii and me here freezing. All right, let's take a look at what we've got in here. Your stuff, guys, this, of course, is a paid shipping break because every team's going to get something out of this. Your stuff is going to ship either tomorrow or the next day, most likely. So I'm pretty caught up at the moment. I don't anticipate there really being any problems. It's missily warm. That's funny. Round numbers. We're going to find a bunch of these. As you see, there's 2 different teams on each one of these. I'm going to set them aside as we go along. And then at the end of the break, I will put them into random. And random will tell us basically either left side of the card or right side of the card. And that's how those will be distributed. Josh Jones for the Green Bay Packers. Sticker auto coming out for the pack. There's a bunch of these codes here. For one of them is for Panini Kid Reporter. The other one is for 18% off at the NFL shop. Jordan Leggett for the Jets. Rookie ticket variation with the horizontal orientation. That is also a sticker auto. You're going to see me periodically pick up the cards we've already looked at and move them off to my right, but I don't want you to worry about them. There's a mat over there too. That's the area I use for sorting. So they still stay on a mat. I just don't like them piled up in the workspace. And if, what I was saying a second ago, if you want one of those codes for Kid Reporter or 18% off at the NFL shop, feel free to pause the video and write one down as you see it go by if you want. Or I can type one out for you if you send me a message. I'm also okay with doing that. Terry Harp wants to know if I'm going to get Optic Contenders. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be getting Optic Contenders, man. This is to 249, Thomas Rawls playoff ticket. For sure I'll be getting Optic Contenders. So if anybody hasn't heard yet, which I was singing it from the rooftops the other day because I'm super jazzed about it. They are coming out with a new product. This is numbered to 99 on the MVP Contenders for Kirk Cousins. And it is a combination of Contenders, like we're doing now, and Optic. So it's going to be the Contenders cards, but with the Optic chrome type finish. And from what I'm told, it's going to be a pretty limited case run. It's not going to have the same number of hits, I don't think, as in this one. I think it has fewer autos per box. I don't remember the number of boxes per case. I'd have to look that back up. But it's going to be sweet. This is Cole what is that? Hicatini? Something like that. Your guess is as good as mine. We'll just go with Cole for the San Francisco 49ers rookie ticket sticker auto. And so for sure I will be getting some of that. Panini right now has the release schedule of Select Football coming out on a Wednesday and Optic Contenders coming out on a Friday, which I think is really weird. If it stays that way, this is a rookie ticket for the Falcons, DeMonte Kazee, something like that. Sticker auto. If it stays that way, with Select being on Wednesday and Optic Contenders or Contenders Optic, whichever way it is, coming out 2 days later, I probably won't have but 3 or 4 cases of Contenders Optic. If they change it and, you know, there's at least a week in between, oh, this is about to make somebody happy, I will have a lot more of it. Boom! Alvin Kamara rookie ticket for the Saints. Well, all right, that sleeve is not wanting to cooperate, so let's try a new one. Yeah, Saints, you're happy. I know you are. That's a good one on card auto. It's 2 autographs. Okay, I was pretty sure that it was less, but sometimes I look at that material and they send us so much of it all the time, of this product and that product and the other product. Sometimes I get it confused in my head, so I didn't want to say for certain that it was X number of autos, but if you have got it there in front of you and it is 2, thank you. I appreciate that. I knew less, I just didn't know how much less. But I think it's going to be a very cool product. I am really, really excited about it because I like Optic a lot, as you know. I like Contenders. Cannot go wrong marrying the 2 of those, in my opinion. And speaking of Optic, we're breaking a case of that later this week. I think I told you I ended up bringing in another case of it. Had to pay the jacked up prices, but I decided I wanted to break one more case, so I just paid them the extra, bought it, and got it in here. So we'll definitely be getting into some Optic here in a couple days. And that will be my last case of Optic, though, because the prices have gone up even again since I just bought it a few days ago. And it had already gone up quite a bit. They don't waste any time on that. If something is selling well, I mean, they'll jack it up on release day. So most of the time you have to hope that you have guessed right and ordered well in your pre-orders, because if you try to get a popular product past, not in pre-order in other words, oh yeah, they just hold you up like highway robbery on it. We do have another Leaf Best of Football too that I've got to get listed. It's just one. Again, it's a single box. We broke a few cases of that back when it came out. But if you're not familiar with Leaf Best of Football, it's one buyback card. I mean, they technically say one buyback card / item, so technically I guess it could be something other than a card, but I've never pulled it as anything but a card. And sometimes you can pull some really nice stuff out of there. It's Not always encased, but it's usually encased, graded often. And there's also a Rookie of the Year predictor card in there. And if you get the correct one, if your card matches the actual Rookie of the Year, you mail that into Leaf and get something. I don't know what they send you. They send you something. So I'll get that up and listed in the next day or so as well. And then, of course, we've got the first off the line contenders that you see sitting back there. So we'll do the back half of this case. It's already up and listed. I can't even remember what day it is, but soon. And then early next week, we'll do those 3 first off the line boxes as their own break. Because, of course, each of those boxes will have a special red foil RPS, and then it'll have another red foil red zone parallel in it as well. And those are either short print or super short print, meaning 100 or less if SSP, 250 or less if just standard short print. There's our little cracked ice that is numbered to 25 for the Bengals rookie ticket, Jordan Willis. And I guess, really, we have the potential, I suppose, of actually getting a couple of cracked ice out of this case, since we have 9 of the original boxes and then 3 boxes that came in and replaced damaged ones. So you never know. We could have another cracked ice hiding in this case somewhere. Hopefully, anyway. And same as before, if you weren't tuned in earlier when I mentioned this, if you want a magnetic one-touch case for anything you pull, shoot me a message and let me know. It's $3 for any case that we would use for contenders for sure. There's no odd size cases out of here. And that's just covering the case price and the PayPal fees. And I will encase it and send it to you that way if you want one. Oh, Terry, you saw another break today that had 2 cracked ice in one box? Dang. Not even in one case, in one box? That's pretty sweet. That sounds like somebody at the Panini factory slid in a little something extra. Brian Hoyer for the 49ers playoff ticket to 249. Yeah, the cracked ice usually don't come out but about once a case for the most part. Of course, 2 out of 1 box. That's nice. Brad Kaya for the Panthers. Rookie ticket in the horizontal orientation. He's still in his Lions uniform there, but you'll see there's where it says the day he was signed by the Panthers. And, of course, the most important part, the Panthers team designation on the card itself determines where that one goes. So I guess you have seen in the news since my poor little Steelers had their meltdown the other day that all kinds of people are now calling for Mike Tomlin to be fired. I just think that is crazy. I mean, I realize we have not played up to our potential for the last few years. I'm not going to argue with that. And we've had other excuses some of those years with people injured and whatnot. Obviously, this year we're missing Ryan Shazier, but we weren't missing any of our principals. Like, you know, Big Ben was there, Le'Veon was there, Antonio was there. This is Chris Godwin, rookie ticket for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I definitely think we underperformed this year in particular. And some terrible play calling in that game against the Jags. D'Angelo Henderson, rookie ticket, sticker auto. But as a whole, despite that, we've had some really good seasons. I mean, we've had 13-win seasons for most of the last 3 or 4 years. I think one year maybe we didn't have 13. Recently we had 11 or 12. But we've had some good seasons. I just don't see how anybody would be calling for Mike Tomlin to be fired. Now, Todd Haley, absolutely. Told you several days ago I want Todd Haley gone. I'm glad he is. This is to 199, Wayne Gallman for the Giants. I mean, I tell you, when you find out after the fact, because, I mean, if you watch that game, weren't we all thinking on that 4th and 1, Big Ben is going to run that ball? I mean, the guy is huge. You have to just get 1 yard. Big Ben could have just jumped right over there and had that. And Todd Haley calls that weird play where Le'Veon Bell running backwards and sweeping out to the side and gets dropped for a loss. And I mean, it was just a disaster. Well, you predicted this, didn't you, Terry? Because here is another cracked ice right here behind our other one. This one is to 25 rookie ticket for the Falcons. And Terry Harp called it in chat. He said he saw another one with 2 cracked ice, and by golly, he conjured it up here. Well, this looks interesting. What does this say? You have just struck silver. It's a ticket to collecting history and entitles you to a 2017 silver ticket, a true history-making treasure produced with 1 troy ounce of .999 fine silver. Daggone, that is nice, and it's Cam Newton. Ho, ho, ho. Silver ticket, Cam Newton. Panthers, ba-boom. How sweet is that? Dang, that was a nice, that's a nice little run right there. The Cam Newton silver ticket redemption, a couple of cracked ices. So we're doing all right tonight so far. Doing all right indeed. But anyway, back to my Steelers ruminations here. So, yeah, so we find out after the fact that Ben is not even allowed to call an audible at the line of scrimmage for a quarterback sneak. So even though he could stand there and could see how they were lined up, that he could have easily made that, Todd Haley not only does he not allow him to call an audible, there isn't even anything to call for it. Like, nothing has even been created for that play. So he would have had no way to communicate that or call that at the line of scrimmage. I just think that's ludicrous. But anyway, Todd Haley's gone, so this doesn't matter. Jacob Clark wants Le'Veon Bell back to Michigan. Aw, come on, man. I want to keep Le'Veon. I really don't know if we're going to be able to, though. I think, what does he want? $16 million a year. And I think his last offer from the Steelers this past year, before he got franchise tagged, was at $15 million a year on a 3-year. So they're $3 million apart, basically. I would like to see them give it to him. I don't know if they will. I mean, the Steelers are a very loyal ownership group, and they will absolutely pay what they think is a fair market value for somebody and keep them. But I have known them before to just cut somebody loose if they think that the person has overpriced themselves, if they don't think they're at market value. So I don't know what's going to happen with Le'Veon. I'll be very sad if he is gone, but I feel like it's a 50-50 shot. So we'll see what happens, I guess. Oh, you're an MSU grad? Okay. Well, I mean, hey, I don't mind that you're a Le'Veon Bell fan. I love the guy. I mean, for sure, I don't want him to play anywhere else either, but I think that he might. I mean, I really wouldn't want to see him go to the Lions all that much, though, because, tell you the truth, I don't know. I just don't think he would win as much with the Lions. I think the guy just really wants to win. Tre'Davious White, rookie ticket for the Buffalo Bills. Of course, as far as that goes, they all just want to win, right? I mean, none of them want to go somewhere and lose, but you know what I mean. Carlos Henderson for the Denver Broncos. Rookie ticket, variation on card auto. I pull him a lot, Carlos Henderson. He comes out a fair amount in contenders in my experience. Speaking of the Detroit Lions, Michael Roberts, sticker auto rookie ticket. A little rookie of the year, Pat Mahomes. I just stacked that right there in the wrong spot. Look at that. I didn't mean to do that. But that's all right. We got it fixed. So who are you predicting in the Super Bowl? I think the Vikings might make it. Obviously, if Carson Wentz was there, I would say it was going to be the Eagles. But with Carson not being there, I think the Vikings have, I mean, they've got a lot of momentum going into this game. I feel like it might be the Vikes. Not that Nick Foles didn't play well last game, because he did, but I don't know. I'm feeling like it's going to be the Vikes. This is to 99, J.J. Watt for the Texans. And, of course, part of that may be, now that my Steelers are out, you know, my friend's cousin plays for the Vikings, so I would kind of like to see them do well. Ben Boulware for the Panthers. Rookie ticket sticker auto. And then from the other side, I mean, you have to assume that the Patriots are going to do well. But again, the Jags are on a little bit of a roll. They're riding pretty high. And I saw, I saw some kind of little news report about Tom Brady and a hand injury. So I don't know what that's about. Ezekiel Elliott for the Dallas Cowboys, numbered to 5. Oh, yeah, we're rolling. So nice. Sophomore contenders, Zeke to 5. So we've got the nice little silver ticket. We've got a couple of cracked ice, and now Ezekiel Elliott to 5. We're doing all right in this half of contenders, for sure. Overall, we've had some good stuff all night. I mean, we pulled the Joe Montana out of 2013 Black. We pulled the 1 of 1 out of Gold Standard. I mean, granted, it was Vinatieri, but still, it's a 1 of 1. As a whole, we've had a good night so far. Vince, is that Beagle? It kind of looks like it should be. I don't know if it is or not. For the Green Bay Packers, sticker auto rookie ticket. Jacob, you think it's going to be the Vikings and the Jags? I just now looked over there. Sorry. I think you typed that. I think you typed that in there probably right after I asked the question, and then I somehow or another got myself all distracted by the Ezekiel Elliott or something, and then I forgot to look back over there. Sorry. I think you could be right. I think it could be Vikings and Jags. It's a distinct possibility. That's to 199 on the legendary contenders for the Patriots, Randy Moss. Followed by an unnumbered Randy Moss, legendary contenders. But I tell you, that play at the end of the game where the Vikings win it with Stephon Diggs, that's one of the best playoff plays I have seen. That was just incredible. You know they will be replaying that for years. And you probably saw in the news reports that that grandmother that was there with her granddaughter, she's 99 years old and has always been a Vikings fan, had never seen them play live. And I don't know, I guess somebody in the family or something somehow or another got in touch with the Vikings. I don't know how it transpired, but the end result is the Vikings sent her birthday greetings and a pair of tickets to that playoff game. So that's the first time she's ever seen the Vikings play live, been a Vikings fan her whole life, 99 years old. So while she's at the game, the commissioner, NFL commissioner, comes down, Goodell, and comes to say, you know, hi to her and her granddaughter or whatever. And of course, the Super Bowl is there in the Vikings stadium this year. So I guess she tells Roger Goodell that she'd like to go to the Super Bowl. So boom, he gives her 2 Super Bowl tickets. Oh, Jacob, you yeah, you beat me to it over there, didn't you? Yeah, that's what you were saying in chat, what I was saying there. Yeah, exactly. That is precisely what happened. It was really very cool. Daniel Kelly, you are asking me if we've had any Seattle Seahawks hits. I don't know. If we did, it's not anything that was like major, but I'm not going to say we haven't had any because we've had several hits come out, but I don't know exactly 100% for sure. But yeah, Jacob, so that little grandmother did some interviews, of course, obviously she's done some interviews, but in one of them, she talked about having like a foam brick. I think that's what she called it, a foam brick that she's had for years. And she throws it at her television when the Vikings are not playing well. And so she said she had been throwing it so much in recent years that she decided she was having to get up too often to retrieve it. So she tied a string to it so she could throw this foam brick at the television whenever the Vikings were playing poorly. I thought that was just awesome. Scott, you used to work security for the Bills, and you got a chance to meet Goodell. Oh, okay. Oh, and he was always nice. Well, that's good. Because he gets booed all the time, and he's obviously had some tension-filled decisions that he's made in last couple seasons, so I've always kind of wondered what he would be like as a person. So it's good to know that he's nice, personable kind of guy. Dan, you are asking me, or Danielle, rather, I don't know why I shortened that. I don't know. I can tell you in a minute, or of course we'll recap it as well on your Seahawks hit. I don't remember what it was numbered to, I'm sorry to say. I'm not very good about retaining that, as is evidenced by the fact that I didn't think you had one. But somebody else remembered that you did. Evan Ingram, Rookie of the Year contenders, numbered to 49 on card auto for the New York Giants. I think he'll probably improve next year. I think he'll be better even than he was this year. He was okay this year. I think he'll be really good next year. 49ers, Solomon Thomas, rookie ticket, sticker auto, the horizontal parallel. This is box number 4 that we're looking through, just in case anybody wanted to know that. I guess I could set that with the other inserts. So this is number 4 of 6 that we are in the midst of. A championship ticket to 99, also for the Giants, a little OBJ. I don't know if anybody plays Madden football. I do not play it, but I looked at some of the updated ratings the other day, and you know, they did a pretty good job this year. I saw there were some that had big changes. I mean, by big, I'd say, 10 points or so. But there were a lot of them. The ratings seemed like they were pretty on target from what they had guessed and assigned them at the start of the season. So it looked like Madden did a pretty good job this year with that. Jordan Willis for the Bengals, rookie ticket sticker auto. Yeah, I think if I started playing Madden football and that sort of stuff, I would never get anything done. When I was younger, I played video games a lot more, and they are addictive. And frankly, I still get kind of addicted sometimes. The ones on my phone even. Not addicted, but I play them. I don't play them nearly like I used to. There was a period of time when I played them a lot. Because I didn't really have a whole lot of other stuff I had to be doing or needed to be doing. So I'd play those games incessantly. And I'm pretty sure if I got started on Madden and some of that stuff, you'd never see me again. I'd just be sitting there playing that game somewhere till I turned 100 and fell over. Playoff ticket to 99. Sticker auto for the Vikings. Kyle Sloter. To 49. Championship ticket. Devontae Mays. For the Green Bay Packers. Couple of nice back-to-back hits coming out of there. All right, this is box number 5 of 6 that we are getting rolling with right now. Oh, you know what comes out next week? Not until Friday of next week, but limited football. So I've got a couple of cases of that coming. I'll have to take a look at it. I don't remember what the case configuration looks like, so I'm not sure if we'll break it as full or half, but it'll probably just depend on the total number of cards. If something has like a zillion cards in it, I tend to want to break it up into half cases. If it has not a zillion cards, I'm more inclined to break them as full cases. But yeah, so we'll have limited football starting Friday night of next week. It's a bigger gap than normal from the time that they release contenders, and then a big gap until limited. Well, that's assuming that it's still that they don't move it again. They've moved it twice already, but the most recent schedule that I saw shows it still as next Friday, which is like the 26th or something. Houston Oilers, you guys probably all know this, but just in case someone doesn't, the Houston Oilers franchise moved to Tennessee, called themselves the Tennessee Oilers for a while before finally changing their name to the current Tennessee Titans. So any card that we get for the Oilers goes to the Titans because that is the same franchise. The Houston Texans are a completely different franchise. They didn't come into being until long after the Oilers had moved to Tennessee. So cards always stay with their franchise. And all that's in the listing too. It's down there in that little special circumstances area. If you've never looked over that, there's all kinds of fun stuff in there. Championship ticket, that is numbered to 25. You've got a sticker auto, and it's for the Patriots. Derek Rivers. Have several nice low numbered hits come out of this case so far. Of course, in our nice silver ticket too. I mean, those silver bars are worth a little bit of money just in and of themselves. I think it's pretty cool that we pulled it. That's going to be numbered. MVP contenders to 199. Mr. Derek Carr for the Raiders. May as well get that out of there too. Another round numbers. Another championship ticket to 99, Kelvin Benjamin for the Panthers. I try to keep my inserts stacked separately. I don't always do a good job of it, but I try just in case someone has a question about an insert, then I can easily find it. Elijah Qualls sticker auto for the Eagles. He's a big boy. Just looking at that picture. He is, of course, that's part of his job description. Can't be skinny and do his job. Oh, I'm about to make the Texans very happy. Because you know what? This is either short print or a super short print. I'm going to look it up for you in a minute. Little Deshaun Watson rookie ticket variation. In fact, let's sit Deshaun down there for a hot second, and I'm going to see if I can find this real quick. Hang on. I've got the list of it, but I just don't have it up on the iPad. So let me pull it up here real fast, because I'm interested to know. I'm guessing that the Texans are interested to know as well, and it shouldn't take too long to have it come up. If it'll load. Come on, man. Here we go. All right. See if I can find it. That's DeShone Kizer. That's not it. Must have been in the first list. If you haven't, you know, Panini's like releasing their short prints and super short prints in weird little increments, not like all at once. And yeah, okay, so this is 250 or less. So it's a short print, but not the super short prints, just the SP, not the SSP. But, sorry, I got to get chat back up. But either way, I'm sure the Texans are pretty happy with that. And once again, anybody wants a sticker auto, if anybody wants a magnetic case for that nice on-card auto of Deshaun Watson, let me know. And just FYI, guys, if you ever do request one of those cases, I invoice you directly from PayPal through a PayPal money request. Devontae Mays for the Green Bay Packers, sticker auto rookie ticket. And then the way that I do that is by pulling up the email address that you have on file with eBay, and that's the one I use to send it. Witherspoon for the 49ers, rookie ticket, sticker auto. Coming up on to box 6 of 6, and what so far has been an excellent half case of contenders. That always makes me happy when we have a good run of stuff. Of course, I like doing it, period. I love breaking cards. It's a blast for me to do. But it's even more fun when we pull awesome stuff. Hi, Brandon J22 and black gold. Does anybody remember what we hit in black gold? I'm trying to think what we even hit in there. I know that's awful, but I've opened a lot of stuff tonight and I just blank on most of that stuff. I tell you guys, I hold it in my memory for like 5 seconds unless it's a big hit. If it's a big hit, I'll do a little better to remember it, but often I just forget them. I cannot at the moment remember what is in black gold, Brandon J22. I know that we had 2 mother load cards, but I can't think who they were. One of them might have been Kenyon Drake. I'm trying to visualize them. One of them was a dolphin because I remember all 3 pieces of the fabric were that kind of teal. So one of them was a dolphin, maybe Kenyon Drake. The other mother load, I want to say, was maybe a Saint. Both of those were just fabric kits, you know, the 3 pieces of fabric. And then, oh man, we had a laundry tag in there, but I can't remember who it was. Maybe for the Giants. Was it Paul Perkins? Was that the Paul Perkins hit, guys? There was a laundry ticket in Black Gold. Pretty sure it was the Giants. I think that was the Paul Perkins. But I wouldn't absolutely swear to it. And then I can't remember who else. I can't remember the others. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. This is numbered to 199 with the Kirk Cousins MVP. I mean, as a whole, we've hit really pretty good stuff out of everything we've opened tonight. Had a pretty good little run of it. Mr. Taco Charlton. He might also be a short print, actually, for the Cowboys. It sounds familiar. Let me see. Let me switch back over there real quick and see if it says on here. No, maybe not. Maybe he's not. And I just thought he was. Yeah. He may still be. He wasn't on one list. I'm not going to switch back to the other list and hold you up because there's 2 lists and I have to switch back and forth between them. But for some reason, I thought he was on either the SP or the SSP, but he definitely wasn't on the second list. He might turn up to be on the first one. Yeah, I know, Brandon J. I'm sorry. I'm just terrible about retaining that stuff. Rookie ticket, Josh Harvey Clemens, and sticker auto. And Josh kind of just put his initials. He didn't really take a lot of time there to give us much else. So all we have is just his initials. Wonder if Panini ever puts the stickers on the wrong cards. Oh, an auto that looks like it could be somebody else, and they put it on the wrong card. I'm just wondering. Oh, Scott says the Taco Charlton definitely is not a short print in this. Okay, for some reason I thought it was. I don't know where I got that in my head. Saints rookie Alex Anzalone. Saints had a nice rookie class. DeShone Kizer is a short print, but I don't know if it's this or if it's the variation. But one of the DeShone Kizers is definitely a short print. This is an on-card auto rookie ticket for the Cleveland Browns. Do you know, Scott, if it's the variation or the standard rookie tickets that's a short print for DeShone Kizer? Do you know that offhand? By chance, I should say. Or was trying to say and didn't get it out right. One of them is. I just don't remember which. Ooh, I see something glinting back there that looks like we might have another cracked ice. Yeah, we do. That is numbered to 25. Season ticket for Alex Smith for Kansas City Chiefs. I gotta get some more sleeves out. Oh, Terry Harper says that it is the variation that's the short print for DeShone. Okay. All right. Whoops. Got one stuck to it there. New York Giants, Ross Cockrell, rookie ticket, sticker auto. We are rolling towards the last of it here, guys. When we get to the last of it, we have a little bit of housekeeping to do in that we need to give away, or not give away, but let random determine how these round numbers cards are going to be distributed. And then we will recap our hits after that. So all of this little stack of cards here, I think this is all of them. If I accidentally stacked one anywhere else, I would, of course, find it when sorting, but I think this is all of them. So what I will do in random is just put in left and right, basically. And because there's only 2 items in there, I will hit random 3 times. The first 2 times are not going to count. The third time will count, and that will determine which half of the card will take that card home. So basically, if it comes up left half, the team that's on the left will take it home. If it comes up right half, the team on the right will take it home. So that's how that works. All right, first one doesn't count, second doesn't count, third and final does. There's our 3 times. There's our date and time stamp. Comes up left side of the card. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put the top one, if I can get it in there, top one in a sleeve so that I can circle the team on the left to serve as a reminder for me. It's not on the card, it's on the sleeve. We'll flip through these real quickly here and let you guys see what's what. So we will be Eagles, Titans, Brown, Falcon, Bear, Bronco, Cowboy, Redskin, Buck, Jet, Lion, Titan, Vike, Eagle, Jet, Cowboy, Redskin, Jet, Cowboy, Jag, and Niner. So that is how our little round numbers will be distributed. Now to recap. Season ticket for Alex Smith for the Kansas City Chiefs to 25, cracked ice. I think that said to 25, didn't it? Yes, to 25. Championship ticket to 99, Kelvin Benjamin for the Panthers. Championship ticket to 99, OBJ for the Giants. Championship to 99, J.J. Watt, Texans. Playoff ticket to 249 for the 49ers. Playoff ticket to 249, Thomas Rawls for the Seahawks. Oh, that's the one you were asking me about, isn't it, Daniel? Sorry about that. I could not remember a Seahawk at all. And then I saw somebody say Thomas Rawls, and then I'm thinking, I can't even remember hitting Thomas Rawls. Yeah, there it was. I was thinking autograph. I wasn't thinking that. Yeah, so sorry about that. That is the one you were asking me about, I think. And then the rest of these, we're just going to flip through them front and back real quickly here. And if you did not hear me say it earlier, or if you're watching this on the replay and you just fast forwarded back here to the recap, I am expecting that this will ship tomorrow or the next day. So today is Wednesday, right? Isn't today Wednesday? I think it is. So yeah, so it would go then either Thursday or Friday is when this will ship. The other stuff, obviously, that went earlier, the 1-box breaks, those were all free shipping. Those are shipping on a different schedule. They go once every 5 days on average. So that stuff will probably get out the door on or about Saturday, unless you have some other stuff going, and then it would go earlier with that. And of course, as always, I know people are kind of jumping in and out, and I hope somewhere along the way everybody gets a chance to hear me say thank you. I do say that every night, but I don't know if everybody's always tuned in when I say it, because I do appreciate you guys very much. You bidding with me and breaking with me and keeping me company and keeping me informed in chat and helping me answer questions in chat. All those things are good. I'll go to the checklist on this one. This silver ticket, Cam Newton. I mean, we know that Carolina Panther, but I will still go to the checklist on it as soon as we finish looking through this, just because that's what I always do. I would have done that probably before we started the recap, except I forgot because I stacked it in with this instead of over there in the little pile that reminds me I need to do something with it. There's the nice Alvin Kamara. Had some really nice hits in here. I mean, the Deshaun Watson, the Kamara, Deshaun Kaiser, I know didn't live up to his potential, but that's still a nice hit. This Cam Newton. It's good. It was a good half of a case, I believe. All right, so this is the one we're going to go look up on the Panini website on their checklist. And of course, again, we know it's a Panther, but we'll see if it gives us any other interesting information about it. I don't imagine that would be numbered because it's literally a silver bar, but you never know. So we'll just find out. And then we'll know for sure. Let me make sure all right. Make sure I brought you along with me. Every once in a while, I'll go on a different page and forget to bring you, and that's no good. What did they call this? A silver ticket, right? I think so. Silver ticket. And it was card number 6. Oh, it is. Oh, it is numbered. Oh, it's numbered to 2. Boom. Nice. Who else is a possibility in this? I'm interested now in seeing who else is in here. Okay, so there are some rookies. McCaffrey and Dalvin Cook. Anyway. Is that our only rookies? Yeah, everybody else, I guess, is established. So, wow, numbered to 2. So that's even better than I thought. Like, I knew that was nice, right? I knew that was good. I didn't know it was going to be numbered to only 2. That's that's nice. Yes, it is. So now I feel even happier about our break than I did before. I wrote on the sleeve, guys. I didn't write on your redemption, but so little silver ticket for the Panthers, numbered to only 2. You saw that was a pretty short list of players as well. So out of all the contenders out there, well, let's see, how many players were on that list? 20. So there's only 40 silver tickets this entire print run of 2017 contenders for the whole entire year. And we managed to pull one. So, woohoo! I like it. All right, guys, that is it for me tonight. I am going to log off and start getting all this stuff in top loaders and all that fun stuff. So once again, thank you. I appreciate you. I hope that I will see you again soon for another break. We do have a lot of them coming up. So I would love to see you again in another one. In the meantime, I'll get this one out to you as quickly as I can. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night, and I will catch you the next time. Bye-bye.